The future of the 70s is coming to Sodor, and its name is Brian. No, not that Brian. That Brian. This is an original character of mine, as I don't have a Pip and Emma nor a custom of them. Brian works as an obvious threat to Gordon's high position as an express engine. Thus, Gordon is uncomfortable and secretly antagonistic with him. In contrast with Brian, who doesn't really care about holding the express and just, wants to do work, pull passenger trains and all that. And that's basically the role Brian fills during the season 3 episode of Tales of the Rails titled Decay. This actually isn't a recent custom of mine. In fact, it traces back to the far-off time of 4 years ago. So let's dive into that history and see all the mods I've made to him over the years. Also, if you're wondering why this came out after Flying Kipper and not Decay, is because the engine I used to make Brian was a battery-operated Brio train, which is actually where his name derives from. Brio, Brian, makes sense. After doing extensive research, aka using Google, I found out the specific type of Brio engine Brian was a remote-controlled bullet train, which apparently was vintage. So I apologize to the Brio fandom if I destroyed a valuable item. This thing actually looked quite different as shown in this old video, as I kept the original color on him for a while, only giving him a face. I didn't have any real paint or markers at the time, so I basically made little scratches on the front and then I highlighted them with a pencil. Just gonna put that warning back up on the screen. Later, I would decide to give him his iconic blue and yellow livery. However, since I still didn't have proper paint, I decided to use blue masking tape and cut it to size at several points. Not the most clean way of doing it, but it worked. What didn't work were the yellow portions, which I did via cutting up a Crayola box, and resulted in these stupid built-up bits that I hated. The model will last like this for a while until I started Tales of the Rails, where I decided to give him a face that wasn't styled like Henry Stickmin. I basically taped 2 eyeballs to the front and drew in the mouth, nose, and eyebrows with a Sharpie. You may be wondering why his face doesn't really match his personality seen in the series so far, and the answer to that is Brian made his grand speaking debut in the episode Superior alongside his singular scratched up coach, which came from another train I don't remember getting. For the episode Decay, however, I would end up going back in and actually painting in those yellow portions to get rid of those godforsaken buildups. I was considering getting rid of the masking tape and actually painting that too, but the blue paint I had was a different shade than the blue masking tape, and I didn't want changes to be glaring so I could keep consistency. And those are the latest mods I've made to Brian. Despite his admittedly weird appearance, I really like how he looks with his sort of 70s build. It really suits the time period for my series. Not sure if the livery is accurate though, and looking back I probably should have put the BR logo on him, but hey, we all make mistakes. For what he is, he really works, and I really like that. Not much else to say, so this is Liam Keenan, and that's about it.